So once again, another black man shot and killed at the hands of the police. I don't really know what to make of this. All I know is I have to get ahead of it and bring a clear conscious view, a clear perspective to the conversation, because we already know that we might as well prepare ourselves for it. We might as well make room for the energy of hatred, bitterness, prejudgment, and wrath to come, because it's coming. We might as well make way for the energy of emotion versus logic. You know, I say this all the time, and you guys have seen some of my previous videos. Know I say this quite often. Zombie-like thought versus clear conscious thought. Zombie-like thought is nothing more than the equivalent of the common think tank. Thinking and doing like everyone else. I mean, what's the move? What's the energy of the day? And then we just run with it. Like, there's no clear conscious thought, which is the ability to think rationally versus thinking with emotion. Think rationally from a place of logic versus emotion. To exercise critical thinking skills and criticize your own thoughts and remove warped views and perspectives that simply hinder common sense. It just means to move a little differently, guys. So what's a warped view or perspective? I'm glad you asked, because I want to point this out for my viewers. It's a view that is biased and completely contained within a box. It's a closed mind view of the world or any situation. Literally a black and white view, pun intended. I used to think like this, guys. I used to think like this until I realized that's an illogical way of seeing things. There's no clarity in it. It's actually disrespectful to the human heart, or the potential of the human heart. It's disrespectful to the intellect and the potential of human growth potential, the ability to grow and be more than where you are today. Could this be an act of racism? Absolutely. But it also can be a justifiable shooting. Could it be an act of incompetence? Absolutely. There's possibility. There's possibility in every situation. It's always possible. But to have this narrow-minded view, this warped view and perspective that eliminates all possibility, that's just crazy. That's zombie-like thought, guys. A warped view doesn't wait on the facts or additional information. It just goes in one direction. And usually, like water, it travels the path of the least resistance. So this Texas police officer, Shaun Lucas, a white man, had just graduated in March and was employed since April, was just arrested and charged with murder of Jonathan Price, a well-known, I guess you could say a well-known guy in the community, liked guy in the community. According to the community spokesperson, he was a supporter of the police. And I think, and I hadn't checked, but it's been reported that he even posted on social media that he supported the police. And so the Texas Department of Public Safety is investigating this shooting. And they said that the officer's actions did not quote, did not seem objectively reasonable. And they didn't conclude that it was justifiable force yet. Yet is the key equation. It could be later on proven, but right now it's too early. It's even been reported that Price resisted arrest in a non-threatening posture. Whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. How do you resist arrest and be non-threatening? I guess you can just be like not following directions or the orders of the police officer. I don't know. It's also been reported that Mr. Price was tased first and it didn't work. I mean, I'm getting to the point, guys, that I'm starting to question if these tasers, why they are even considered less lethal when they don't even work. Of course, social media and social justice activists have already started their investigation. And we know what conclusion they've came to. As always, it's racism. It's been like that. It is what it is. But check this out, guys. It's been reported also that Mr. Price was breaking up a fight between two white people, a male and a female, in which reportedly the woman was being wailed on. So if that is the case, then obviously that just adds another level of sadness to the story. But it's also been reported that Mr. Price resisted the officer's taser, or attempted to take it away from the officer. Put it like that. He didn't resist the taser. He attempted to take the taser away from the officer who was attempting to arrest him. His attorney advocates that the officer discharged his weapon in accordance with Texas law when he was confronted with an aggressive assailant, apparently Mr. Lucas. So what's the truth? Everyone has a side. Everyone has a perspective. As they say, there's your side, there's my side, and then there's the truth. But this video is not about the different perspectives or sides, so to speak. It's about the truth. And so, how do we get there? How do we get to the truth when we won't even entertain nothing else that doesn't support our truth? The world loves to use this term. Live your truth. Your truth. But what if that truth is a lie? What if it's biased? Because it's just that. It's your truth. What if it's driven by certain biases that don't leave room for any possibility, any potential, any perspectives, or any other opinions? What if it's being driven by the energy of hatred and bitterness, revenge and wrath, like I've indicated in a couple of more of my videos? That's the energy of the day, guys. That's what it is. And what if it's so finite, your perspective or your opinion, that it doesn't really or won't leave room for any justice other than the justice that you see fit? What if? We had this rush to judgment attitude about every situation. And it may very well prove that your assumptions are right, but that doesn't mean we need to run and promote that narrative off the rip before we even have all the facts. That's where we are in today's social media world, in the court of social media. That's where we are, where details, and whether they're factual or not, are conveniently left out or added with no restraint, no patience. And this is the one that really energizes these biased, zombie-like thought, logic. It only has emotion. In order for us to get to the truth, of course, there has to be some logic. Does that exclude emotion? No. But it has to include logic. And logic has to supersede emotion. Is it logical to say this is racism off the rip, instead of waiting on some factual details, without even knowing what was definitively in this person's heart, in this officer's heart? Is it logical to do that? Better yet, is it logical to energize the moment with these assumptions in today's climate of division, delusion, and confusion? Why even be a part of that? I don't get it. I don't understand it. What's your reward? There's an old ancient proverb that says, all things are permissible, but not everything is beneficial. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. Some of us are not helping matters. And I'm going to say it. We not helping lives matter. Some of us are not doing that. We're actually hurting them. Listen, as always, I invite you guys to comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about what we're talking about today. Do you think it's okay for us to compare and lump every single instance together in the vein of racism, white supremacy, white nationalism? I mean, everything has to do with race. Is this even logical? And even if it was certain and true, even though no one, again, knows what's definitively in a person's heart, is it beneficial for us to do it? Better yet, is it beneficial for society as a whole, especially now, in this moment? Some of us are operating as agitators. And sadly, some of us know it. We enjoy it. We relish in it. But it's even sadder, some of us are going to reap what we sow. I'll leave you guys with this quote. And let us consider how to stimulate, how to promote one another to love and good deeds. You guys take care. Don't forget to share, comment, and like. Be safe. Take care.